everybody's always yapping about confidence and how it's one of the most important things and how attractive it is. Well, I'm here to tell you, man, confidence is very, very overrated just because of how many people are always trying to tell people to be confident. I've always heard this advice that you need to be confident in what you're talking about. You need to be confident when approaching somebody. You need to be confident when asking for a raise. You need to be confident in the work that you're putting out in the world. And honestly, it's not necessarily the solution to all of your problems. While confidence is very important, it's very overrated. So let's dive into this. What exactly is confidence? Confidence is basically like trying to understand and realize that you know exactly what you're talking about and you know exactly what you're trying to do as well. Or you're at least confident in the sense that, hey, you can figure things out, you can make stuff work. Now, how exactly do you build confidence in the first place, though? Because this is one of the best questions that anybody can ask, and it's one of the most frequently asked questions as well. That, hey, how do I build confidence? Well, here's the thing. You shouldn't be focusing on confidence in the first place. You're asking a totally wrong question, because confidence is something that wanes and waxes so much. It changes so much depending on your mood. You can feel confident one minute, and another minute you can feel very down and start a self-defeating spiral. And that's exactly where people mess up, and that's one of the reasons why I think confidence is just so overrated, because it's so dependent on how you feel. It's so dependent on so many different factors that you're probably not even able to control. Like, think about it. Have you ever been through a hardship of life and you start questioning if you can actually make it? That doesn't really sound like confidence to me, does it? And that's okay. Like, I'm saying that confidence is an emotion. It comes and goes. But what you need instead of confidence is that you need something more tangible, something that you can, actually look back at and you can say, yeah, like, I can actually do this, which is not confidence. It's evidence. What you're looking for is actually evidence. Take Steph Curry, for example, one of the greatest shooters of the basketball of all time. He's not the greatest shooter of the basketball of all time just based off of confidence, because honestly, I can even, jack up a three, turn around and act like it's going to go in. Like, it's not that hard being confident. But there's a difference when Steph Curry does it on an NBA level and when I do it at like some recreational park. But you know why he's so successful? You know why he's so confident in his jump shot? He wasn't always confident in his jump shot. He is confident in his jump shot because he has so much evidence that he has put together, and he constantly can rely on that evidence that he has put together and reflect back on it. And by the way, reflection is going to be another podcast episode that I'm going to talk about later on this week, so make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you get notified whenever I actually do put out that video. But he's built so much confidence because of the evidence that he's actually put out there in the world. He knows that that three is going to go in because he's done it 1,000 times before. He's produced so much evidence. He's probably made more threes than anybody has ever attempted in their entire lives, which includes the NBA games, playoffs, practice, and just, fooling around in warm-ups. And that is where his confidence comes from, because he built up evidence first. And from that evidence, that foundation is always there. And from that evidence, he is getting his confidence, which is, like I said before, it comes and goes. But the evidence is the foundation of the house that he built, which is always going to be steady. See, your confidence might drop and it might, skyrocket at times, but something that is always going to be there is definitely just your what? It's definitely just your evidence. Now, here's the next question, right? Well, how do you build evidence? Well, first of all, you need to build evidence by doing things that you actually tell yourself that you're going to do, or just doing hard things as well, whether that be, passing a test that you didn't feel like that you would pass, studying properly, studying maybe, 2 hours a day. get shooting a basketball. You do that multiple times and you build that evidence. Then eventually, you make the basketball team or you make a soccer team. You have this evidence that, like, hey, I've done this process before and I can do it again. And any difficult thing that you actually do and you end up overcoming is going to, build your evidence. And then on top of that, it's going to build your confidence. Now, what people end up doing is that they end up being confident about things without having any evidence. And you know what that does? It's basically like building a house without setting a strong foundation. The big bad wolf is just going to come and he's going to blow your house away. That's exactly what's going to happen with your confidence, because I promise you, life is going to come and blow your confidence away. It's going to happen. But one thing that you should always be able to fall back on is what? Is your evidence. What have you produced in your life? And this takes time. This takes energy. This takes a lot of effort. But is it worth it? Absolutely. And what this will end up doing for you is that it'll show you that, man, I've been through hardship after hardship in life and I've gotten through it. And you have this evidence that you can always fall back on. You have this feeling of pride of everything is just going to be okay. This is not going to be the end of me. And because of that, you're always going to fall back on your evidence. And regardless of however your confidence is, you're going to keep on doing whatever it is that you need to do and keep on pushing as well. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Confidence really is overrated. Rely on evidence instead. This was episode number 59 of the Daily Lessons podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. And make sure to hit that like button and leave a subscribe as well. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.